Magandang hapon po mga katribu, and here we go again. Ito naman po ay healthy eating or healthy eats equals a healthy body. Diba? Kung healthy ang ating katawan, di syempre giginhawa, lalong giginhawa po ang ating buhay. Hindi lamang para sa atin, kundi pati na rin para sa ating mga minamahal sa buhay. Please welcome part 2 of our Healthy Eats and Healthy Lifestyle is Dr. Mañez, who is a lifestyle medicine expert. Hi, Johann.
Hello, Miss Corey. How are you?
Ayan, Dr. Johann.
Yes,
Di ba last week you guested in Be Well Now, and we talked about the basics of a healthy lifestyle. Ngayon naman po mga katribu, aalamin po natin kung ano ang healthy eating. Baka hindi natin alam kung ano ang masustansya at kung ano ang hindi. At ang magiging sanhi o dahilan ng ating karamdaman o kalusugan. In the end, ng mga tribu, the choice is yours. Right?
Yes.
Right, Dr. Johann?
Definitely.
Let's begin. Dr. Johann, I know that you have workshops.
Yes.
And that you are you still promoting CHIP?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. In fact, we have an upcoming CHIP class this coming October 2. So we're hoping that a lot of people will join that so that we can educate people, help people get better.
Okay. Yung CHIP na yon ay ibig sabihin, translation for our...
Yeah, apologize. Complete Health Improvement Program.
Ayun.
This has been around for quite a long time, since 1988. So this is a program that has been studied a lot through lifestyle medicine studies, and now is one of the main lifestyle intervention program for lifestyle medicine.
Okay. Yung complete, right?
Yes.
So, ibig sabihin, Dr. Johann, kumakain tayo pero hindi naman complete. Di ba? We are eating to feel full. Mga katribo, magutom tayo, kakain po tayo. Pero, dapat alamin din, kung pwede, hanggat maaari, you eat to feel full and satisfied, but at the same time, you're also feeding your body to become healthier. Most people, kapag, di ba mga katribo, kapag gutom po tayo, hahanapin na lang natin kahit anong makikita natin, basta wag lang magutom. Tama ba, Dr. Johann?
Yeah, that's true. And many people eat and go for things that taste good po. Yung masarap lang, yung makasatisfy ng hunger, pero nutrition-wise, yung laman ng food po ninyo, yung content ng food ninyo, ang tanong po ay kung ito ba ay nakakatulong sa atin or hindi. Nakakabigay ba siya ng kalusugan or ng karamdaman? Yun po yung malaking tanong doon. Yeah.
The choice is always ours. Pero kailangan sana manatili ang tamang desisyon. Okay, so complete meaning, kailangan ba gawin ang buong lifestyle natin?
Yeah, so the reason why it was called Complete Health Improvement Program, ang original po na name niyan ay Coronary Heart or Coronary Health Improvement Program.
Yeah.
But when they were applying the principles of this program for people with heart disease, napansin po nila na pati yung mga tao na may diabetes, pati yung mga tao na may arthritis, gumaganda rin po yung numbers nila, gumaganda rin yung pakiramdam nila. So, noong 2013 po, they revamped everything and they called it the Complete Health Improvement Program po.
So, pag inayos po natin yung complete healthy eating natin, pag ayos yan, at tuloy-tuloy natin sinusundan, ibig sabihin, kahit anong karamdaman, kayang ayusin ng CHIP.
Yes po. So, ang importante po dito, syempre, ina-apply natin yung matututunan po natin. So, the Complete Health Improvement Program is, it's actually an education program. And it really delves in, it dives into the technicalities po, hindi lang po food, but other aspects of life, including sleep, including exercise, etc. po.
Mhm. Okay, so Doc, sa mga nag-enroll sa CHIP program ninyo, and this is largely influenced by the Adventist way, correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Is
Yeah.
this an Adventist program?
The program itself was founded by Dr. Hans Deal. I'm pretty sure I think you've
Yes.
already run into Dr. Hans Deal a few times
Yes.
before. Uh, well, now that he has pretty much retired, he sold the program to Sanitarium Australia, and this company is actually a company under the Adventist Church. So indirectly, yes, it is part of the Adventist way.
Alam po ninyo mga katribo, it has been already rated worldwide. The Adventist lifestyle plan or eating lifestyle plan. It's one of the healthiest top 3 in the world.
Yeah, that is true. And I'm not saying this because I'm Adventist that
Of course.
I'm being proud of being like a light bearer when it comes to nutrition, but really the goal here is to help people. And when people finally realize that there are certain foods that we should be eating as a species, as a human species, then we understand, or then we will understand that, oh, okay, so dahil po ako ay human being, meron pala po tayong food na ito yung designed by God that we should be eating, you know? I was a biologist, Miss Corey, before I became a medical doctor. And in biology, we had a subject called comparative anatomy, okay? And in comparative anatomy, we would compare the different organ systems of different animals. And personally, I noticed that, okay, so the digestive system in particular, okay, of different animals are different. There's not just one digestive system for all the different beings. There's different digestive systems. And because of that, there are specific foods that animals should be eating. And so when it comes to human beings, we've discovered over the past 25, 35 years, there are specific foods that human beings should be eating. And when we deviate, kapag tayo po ay lumihis dun sa ganung pagkain, dun po nagkakaroon ng mga sakit. Yun po ang na-discover natin.
Ano ang natuklasan nyo in your combined studies? What did you learn about the digestive system of the human being?
Okay, so let's begin with our mouth and our teeth. Our teeth are flat, and animals that have flat front teeth are usually animals that eat plant material. So we can talk about donkeys and horses and cows, right? They all have flat teeth, and similar to human beings, we also have flat teeth. Another thing, our jaws, when we chew, it chews from side to side, right? Animals that chew from side to side are herbivorous animals.
So again, gulay lang at prutas pwede.
That's right. If you look at the goat, in particular a goat po, yung kambing, kapag ngumuya po yung kambing, kitang-kita po ninyo, nag-grind yung teeth niya.
Umiikot-ikot.
So, kaya pag sa classroom, pag may nag-chew ng gum, tinatawag ng teacher, uy, parang kang kambing, tapos babatuhin ng, ng chalk, di ba? So,
kaya minsan, Dr. Johann, before you continue, kasi natatandaan ko na, yung mga kaibigan ko, kapag sa katutak na gulay yung kinakain ko, ang tawag nila sa akin, kambing.
Well, yeah, it can be funny that way, but truly, scientifically, medically, it is sound to eat plant-based foods. So isa pa po sa anatomy ng human gastrointestinal tract. Our stomach, yung acid po na pinoproduce ng stomach natin.
Hydrochloric acid.
Yeah. Gatiting po, it's just a little bit compared to what carnivores produce. And
Oh,
this is the
like
reason.
lions and tigers
That's
and
right.
Mhm.
So this is the reason kung bakit po kapag kumakain ng masyadong maraming karne ang isang tao, nai-impatcho po siya. Yung term natin sa Tagalog, impatcho, parang indigestion po yun. And it happens kasi sobrang daming karne na kinain ng, lalo na kung yari, pumunta tayo sa buffet, ano? Mga
Mhm.
buffet natin, para hindi sabing malugi, babanatan natin yung food na kain natin. And sometimes people overeat with the meat. And yun po, they end up getting impatcho, they get indigestion. And that is because we do not have as much hydrochloric acid in our stomachs compared to carnivores.
Ito, ang dami na nagte-text sa akin. Pero mamaya na I'll tell them to reserve the questions
Sure
for
po, sure
later.
po. Yeah.
Um,
Another thing, and probably this is the last point I'd like to make when it comes to the gastrointestinal tract of human beings. Compared to carnivores, compared to carnivorous animals, our intestinal tract is extremely long, very long. Let me give you an
eh,
example po. A
30 feet,
dog,
di ba? 30 feet long?
yeah, that is correct, around 30 feet long. A dog's intestinal tract is around 5 to 8 feet. You know, the bigger dogs will have it at 8 feet, but that's extremely short compared to human beings with 28 to 30 feet long intestinal tract.
Oh, anong mensahe dyan? Kung
So,
mahaba ang ating intestinal tract.
okay. So here's the deal. Kapag tayo po, when um, animals eat meat, okay? Kung nakakita na po kayo ng hayop na nabundol, I know it's kind of graphic, it's not very nice to look at, but when you look at animals that are run over and are put to the side of the road, in a few hours time po, nagdi-decompose, nabubulok na po kaagad yung karne, yung laman ng hayop na namatay. Ano po? So, when carnivores, when they eat the meat, hindi po talaga yan 100% na-digest. Ano? May kaunting meat na natitira na tumutuloy po sa ating gastrointestinal tract. Kapag nag-decompose po yun at nabulok po yung meat, hindi po maganda. Kasi po, may mga carcinogens po ito na pinoproduce at na-absorb po natin yan. But since a carnivore's intestines are short, mabilis pong nailalabas yung dumi. Hindi po siya nagtatagal sa bituka kasi maikli yung bituka nila.
Okay.
But for human beings, mahaba yung bituka natin. Remember, based on studies, 12 to 15% po ng karne na kinain natin hindi na digest. So kapag yung
Saan napupunta yun?
yun nga po. So from the stomach, may natitira pong meat na undigested. It goes now into the intestines. At dahil mahaba yung bituka natin, by the time na nagdi-decompose, nabubulok yung karne na hindi pa na-digest, nasaan po siya? Nasa kalagitnaan pa lang ng bituka natin. Kaya po na-absorb po natin yung mga products of decomposition. Alam mo, mabaho yun eh. Hindi magandang amoy nun. At saka hindi po maganda yung mga substances na naproproduce at na-absorb po natin. Kaya ang mga tao na kumakain ng karne, madalas nagkakaroon po eventually ng diseases like colon cancer, for example, which is a very bad cancer to have.
Oo nga, no? Kasi meron akong kaibigan, mahilig talagang kumain at mahilig magbigay ng mga parties.
Mhm.
Pero hindi siya hindi siya health conscious kasi sa tingin niya, wala namang masamang kumain ng karne.
Mhm.
Okay? O, sinasabi ko lang sa kanya, at damihan mo na lang ang pagkain ng isda at gulay at prutas. Nang sa ganon, mababawasan yung karne. Pero, nagbumiyahe siya sa abroad, biglang sumakit ang tiyan niya.
Oh no.
Nung pala, constipated siya na matagal na.
Mhm.
Pero nagbiyahe siya sa Europe, okay? Doon siya nagkaroon ng problema. Sumakit ang tiyan, sinugod sa ospital, may pumutok daw sa loob ng kanyang katawan. I don't know kung ano yon. Tapos namatay. Nagka-sepsis siya.
Oh no, that's sad.
Oo. So, I was thinking, could it be na yung constipation ay isang senyal sa ating katawan o galing sa ating katawan na may problema na sa loob?
That is a good question. Miss Corey. And remember, constipation, the reason why we get constipated is because we don't have enough fiber. And fiber po, hindi makikita yan sa karne, sa manok, sa isda. Hindi po makikita yan sa pagkain galing sa hayop. Ang ano po, ang fiber ay galing lang po sa halamang pagkain.
Mm.
And the reason why people get constipated is kulang po yung kinakain nila na gulay. Kaya sa ano nga po sa algorithm, yung tinatawag nating SOP, pinaka-SOP, Standard Operating Procedure ng mga doktor. Pag constipated ang isang tao, i-test mo kung yung pathology ba, yung sanhi ba ng constipation ay talagang galing sa sakit sa bituka or dahil hindi lang siya kumakain ng fiber. So dahil kulang lang yung kanyang gulay. So papakainin mo ng maraming fiber at pag nalunasan yung kanyang constipation, so kulang lang talaga siya, which is 90% of the time, kulang lang siya ng fiber sa diet.
Dok, anong masasabi niyo sa mga magulang na may mga anak na ayaw o hindi mahilig kumain ng gulay? Pwede ba bigyan sila ng fiber supplement?
Fiber supplement can be okay kapag meron na talagang constipation. Ano po? Na makakatulong po siya. But remember, it's not just the fiber that we get from plants. There's so many other nutrients po na wala dun sa fiber kapag yung supplement lang ang ibibigay mo.
I see.
So marami pong ibang nutrients yung plant na kailangan rin po ng katawan. So alam po niyo ang fiber, libre na po yan kapag kumain kayo ng gulay. Hindi niyo na kailangan bumili pa ng fiber supplement na usually mahal ang fiber supplement. Samantalang pag kumain lang tayo ng beans, ng gulay, nandun na po yung fiber na kailangan, libre, on the house na po yun. Hindi na po natin kailangan bilhin separately.
O meron ding chia seeds.
That's right.
Seed. Pwede.
So those are very good sources of not just fiber. Fiber nga po is on the side pa yun, yung fiber, yung benefit ng fiber. You can get lots of omega-3 fatty acids. Nakala po natin from fish lang natin makukuha. Yun pala, nakukuha pala natin sa halamang pagkain. Katulad nga po ng mga sinabi nyo, chia and flaxseed.
Dok, paano sa pag-inom naman ng virgin coconut oil or Lorin or di ba purify na yung CO, meron ng Lorin, lauric acid, meron din yung C8. What's your position on that?
Coconut so when it comes to
already processed pero ang ginamit ay ang pinakapuso ng virgin coconut oil.
Yeah. So ito po, sinasabi ko lagi sa mga pasyente ko, as much as possible po, especially if you're diabetic. I mean, I think last week we discussed about diabetes and how fat, visible oils can actually affect our insulin resistance or insulin sensitivity. When we avoid things like coconut oil po, we improve insulin sensitivity. So gumaganda po yung ating response sa insulin at nawawala po yung pwede pong mawala yung ating pong diabetes. So ang suggestion ko lang po sa mga nagpo-promote ng virgin coconut oil, be aware po that too much of everything is bad for us.
No, moderation.
Okay? And kaya po sa mga patients ko po, coconut oil is from the coconut. And usually it's extracted first as coconut milk and then they process it further to extract the oil. So yung mahilig po sa gata, ginataan, sinasabihan ko po sila, kahit once in 2 weeks lang po, wag po yung sobrahan because again, remember, coconut oil has lauric and palmitic acid, which is the negative type of saturated fat. So among all fats sa plant kingdom, you would like to get your fat more from avocados, for example, from nuts and seeds, and from other fatty sources, including coconuts. So coconuts are great when you eat it as a whole food. Pero pag in-extract na po ninyo yan, again, you're concentrating the oil, you're concentrating the calories. Kaya ang sinasabi ko po sa mga patients, if you want coconut oil, if you want olive oil or any plant-based oil, use it for external use, like for massage or something that will help you relax. That's right, exactly po.
Pero
mas makakatulong po siya
sa buong mundo. bulletproof your coffee. Nilalagyan
I
nila ng isang
know.
kutsaritang uh, lauric acid.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so again, even with experts in like physicians and doctors, I was just listening to a medical doctor who was helping people with a ketogenic diet, for example. Even him as an expert in keto nutrition, he even asks people to avoid these types of ketogenic foods. He calls it ketogenic junk food because not everyone has the same when it comes to reaction to ketogenic diets. Hindi po pare-pareho ang mga tao. Kaya po, if you ever want to do a ketogenic diet, which I personally wouldn't recommend, I would recommend you get someone who really knows how to help you. And there's only two indications kasi po for a ketogenic diet. And medically, there's only two indications. One is if you're extremely morbidly obese and nothing else is working,
Right.
then you should probably consider a ketogenic diet.
Or your
But then when you
epileptic.
get to your ideal weight, po, you should taper off and then go on to a more plant-based whole food diet. The second condition for a ketogenic diet, indication for a ketogenic diet, is refractory epilepsy. It's a big word, but it simply means
Yes.
epilepsy po na hindi na nagagamot. Ibig sabihin kahit anong gamot, grabe pa rin yung seizures. So those are the only two indications. If you're not either, we don't recommend a ketogenic diet.
Naku, ang dami kong kaibigan. They're on ketogenic diet, Doc.
Yeah, it's a bit scary.
Chicharon pa yung kanilang
Yeah,
snack food.
it's a bit scary because we have a lot of research today that shows that long-term ketogenic people who do a ketogenic diet long-term, especially when they get their food from animal sources, increase their risk of developing a stroke or a heart attack. So cardiovascular events are increased with a ketogenic diet.
Mhm, mhm. Oh, okay. So, paano yan? May mga tao talagang nagki-ketogenic dahil sa tingin nila okay daw sila. Okay daw ang
Mhm.
kanilang blood works.
Yeah. Well, it will be temporarily because as you lose weight, everything tends to go down, right? Initially, as you lose weight, you lose the cholesterol, you lose the blood sugar. That's because you're not taking in any sugar at all. But people who are diabetic and on a ketogenic diet, they tend to develop insulin resistance, 100% insulin resistance. Kaya po kahit kaunting carbohydrate lang, hindi po nila matolerate. Talagang nagsa-spike yung blood sugar nila.
Mhm.
And hindi po siya
Bakit merong
normal.
isang therapy na nabasa ko na para bumaba ang cholesterol mo, uminom ng extra virgin olive oil bago matulog.
There are some studies with benefit of the olive oil po, but it will be best that you take the olive oil in its original form, which is part of the olive, because then you get
Mas gusto
other
ko yun, mas
nutrients. Yeah,
puro.
absolutely. So it's and the studies that, like for example, the Mediterranean diet studies, the reason why they have very good outcomes when it comes to cholesterol po is not necessarily because of the olive oil, but because of the abundance of plant-based foods. And dami po nilang vegetables, they eat a lot of fruits, they eat a lot of whole grains. Yun po ang nagpapabagsak talaga ng cholesterol nila. Because even without the olive oil, you see the same results po.
Kasi Dr. Johann, based on our conversation, ayan na, napipick up ko na ang mas gusto mo talaga, whole foods.
Whole plant-based foods, absolutely.
Yeah, whole plant-based foods. Okay, Doc, alam ko meron kayong mga recipes.
Oh yeah.
Asan ang mga videos natin for cooking? Naku, mga nanay, ito
Absolutely.
na yung mga tips.
So excited po ako i-present sa inyo this specific recipe that we're going to be showing you. This is the black bean avocado salad, and this is just one of the recipes that we show our chip, those who enroll in chip. So let's probably just go through this. Yung
Ayan.
ingredients po natin. Okay, let's pause it right there. Never mind. Let's just
Pwede kahit
continue listening.
delata yung corn, Doc, o kailangan from the cob?
It can be from the cob.
from the tub.
It can be, ano po, it can be from the can because it's, again, it's whole food naman po and it's
Yes.
more convenient for people. So it's really simple. You know, the beans should be cooked already ahead of time.
Black, pero
And
kailangan black, hindi red.
it can be red if you want po. I mean, I just chose black for this
Ay,
recipe because then it contrasts with the yellow
sa
and it
kulay.
looks really beautiful on the plate.
Yes.
So kaya yun ang ginawa ko. So
Corn,
as you can see,
beans.
mhm, you
Pero
just,
Doc, yung avocado nyo ay hindi luto. Okay lang haluin yung lutong beans at saka hilaw na avocado?
yes po. So this is something that, you know, in Mexico, we you'll notice that Mexican food, they always do this. Okay, they always mix the beans with the avocados just because it tastes good and it gives
Wow,
it
gagawin
this.
ko yan bukas.
Yes
Doc.
po, and it's really good, Miss Corey, and a lot of our participants love this particular dish, and that's why I'm sharing it with
Ano ito?
everyone.
Parsley? Parsley?
We actually use cilantro po.
Ah,
Cilantro
yan.
or
One
soy,
soy. Ang
one
sarap
soy.
ng one
That's right.
soy.
And then we just mix it together. You could put a little bit of salt. The reason why we didn't put salt here is because many of our participants are hypertensive and we want to control the
Kahit
salt.
sea salt, masama?
Too much po. Too much of everything, especially when it comes to salt.
Okay.
There's several studies that show a direct relationship pag sobra po yung salt intake natin at saka yung blood pressure increase.
Pero alam ko merong mga supplements lumalabas ngayon that gives you natural sodium. Hindi ko maintindihan yung ibig sabihin na natural sodium.
Well, you know, there's a lot of foods that have natural sodium. Katulad na lang po ng celery. Celery has quite high amount of sodium.
Ay,
So you can get natural, then this is the finished product, by the way, black bean avocado salad.
Doc.
Yeah, and it's very nice to the taste. Even with no salt, it tastes good. So you put just a tiny bit of salt and it enhances the whole thing.
Tapos
It
ano
enhances
yung
the flavor.
kung gusto nyong konting dressing dyan, what do you
Uh-huh.
recommend? Or should also be plant-based?
Yeah, what we used here was lime and lemon juice. So actually sinama na po yung lime and lemon juice dun sa paghalo. But you can always add a separate dressing. So I love avocado dressings. It's like guacamole.
Pwedeng
But
hummus?
hummus is great, yeah, as a dip, and you can add it as a topping to the salad. It's absolutely good. Yeah.
Favorite ko yung hummus, Doc.
Opo.
From garbanzos.
And there's, yeah.
Share natin yan. Oh, what are your other recipes, Doc?
So this is the main recipe I'd like to show you here. We have other recipes. There's so many recipes, 18 recipes in fact, that we can help people with, and there are links that I can share you with that have recipes that use zero oil. So we're not using oil because we want to help people with diabetes in particular. Alam po ninyo, milyon tao sa mundo ang diabetic. And, you know, just by cooking these recipes, preparing these recipes without oil, you can help your diabetes get reversed.
Doc.
Yeah.
What do you think of air fryers?
Air fryers are good. Remember, there are some products that if you air fry them at very high temperatures, they can turn certain compounds more carcinogenic than others. We're talking about compounds that, because of the intense heat, become a carcinogen in our body. So we just have to be careful with those. But in general, po, air frying is fine. Just try not to overdo it. In temperature, po, wag po masyadong mataas. Mga 120, 130 degrees, okay na po yun.
Ayun. Doc, kasi may mga ibang kusinera o kahit na yung mga iba na sanay magluto, ayaw nilang gumamit ng air fryer. Mga iba naman na may cholesterol problem sa bahay, yan ang ginagamit nila, yung air fryer. So, parang there is like a resistance also to the new way of cooking, di ba? Pero sa totoo lang, this is the old way.
Right. People used to just broil their food instead of deep frying. When commercial oil became more abundant, more available, then we were able to afford deep frying, but olden times we didn't have enough oil to deep fry food, so we had to broil it. So yung
Eh,
ihaw na tinatawag po natin ngayon. So we can broil food, and that helps drain the fat as well.
hmm.
So nakakatulong po yun. Yeah.
Ayan. So, hanggat maaari sana, iwasan ng pagprito.
Opo. We also worry about trans fat rin, Miss Corey, kasi with intense heat, some of these oils can turn from their regular cis form in terms of fat to trans form, and the trans form is the trans fat, which increases our risk for creating cancer.
Mga katribo, ito pa yung mga ilang recipes ni Dr. Johann Mañez. Ito po, tingnan natin ngayon.
Yeah, so these are the links po, and
Yes.
I hope that through these links, you will be able to pick a recipe that you want. Okay, napakadami pong recipes dito sa links na to, and this is from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. So
Yan!
they have wonderful, wonderful recipes online. It's free. You don't even have to pay for anything, and they offer it for you for free to the public in general for free.
Dr. Johann, thank you. Kailangan may part 3 din tayo. Maybe
Sure
we can
po.
share something else. Kasi para sa mga gustong mag-enroll sa CHIP,
Mhm.
how do they enroll?
So we have a link that we're going to be showing you. So all you have to do is follow this link. You could click it, you could type it on your browser, and then you register. So register your name and your details, and then our staff will contact you and explain to you how we can enroll in this program. It starts this coming October 2. Malapit na po.
Pwede na mag-enroll.
Pwede na po. In fact, yung deadline ng enrollment ay September 30. Kaya, we're doing this as an online program for the last time this year. So, excited po kami kung ilan po yung mag-enroll. At excited po kami na ma-reverse yung mga diseases nitong mga pasyente and participants po.
Doc, consider us your partner here at the Daily Tribune's Be Well Now. We can promote your CHIP workshop.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Corey.
May contact numbers po kayo, Dr. Johann, para sa mga gustong magpakonsulta.
So the contact number, it will be flashed in front of your screen. It's 0919 777 6655. Very simple. 0919 777 6655. And look for Mr. Sandy. Mr. Sandy will help you with your questions when it comes to the Complete Health Improvement Program.
Thank you, Dr. Johann. Ngayon, matanong ko nga si Dr. Johann. Ano ang pinaka-paboritong gulay nyo o pagkain nyo?
That's a very difficult question, Miss Corey, because I love so many different types of vegetables. But maybe I would say my top one vegetable is kamote tops. We love kamote tops.
Kamote, paano nyo niluluto yung kamote tops? Boiled lang?
Okay, there's several favorite recipes that we do. Let me just mention really quick. One of the recipes that became our favorite was given to us, in the Complete Health Improvement Program. We have a return demonstration from our participants. So nag-iimbento po sila ng sarili ng recipe.
Galing!
And one of our participants invented the glorious greens, okay? And the reason why she called it glorious is because her name is Gloria.
Okay. Akala ko kangkong.
Oh, yeah. And one of the main ingredients po is the kamote top. So
kamote tops.
Yeah,
Share nyo sa amin, Doc.
So all it is, you shred the kamote tops, right? We put tomatoes, onions, and mango. Mix that, massage the mango and the tomatoes and the onions into the kamote tops. And then we have a special dressing. I'll probably just flash you the ingredients to the dressing. Okay. And then all you do is mix that into this.
Sariwa, Doc, hindi luto ang kamote tops.
Fresh. Of course, you have to wash it really well. And make sure it's, kung hindi, anyways, kamote tops naman po ay usually organic yan. I mean, organically grown. They don't put any pesticides because it's a very hardy plant. So yun lang po ginagawa. and it's a hit not just for myself and my family. You know, when we prepare this for our chip participants, grabe, yun po ang unang nauubos kaagad.
Ang galing. O
And it
yung
tastes
salad
really good.
dressing, ito po mga katribo ang sekreto.
Yeah,
Yung salad dressing.
salad dressing. And if you do this, I'm pretty sure even in parties, you know, you present this in parties, the colors are wonderful. You have red, yellow, and if you have the kamote tops with purple and green, then it just makes it such a beautiful salad to visualize, to look at.
Ang galing.
Sa itsura pa lang po ay maglalaway na yung ating
Akit-akit
participants,
na.
yung ating guests. That's right.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johann Mañez. Alam ko magkakaroon pa tayo ng part 3. Alam ko yan kasi
Sure po.
ang layunin po namin dito sa Be Well Now ay gawing mas malusog ang buong Pilipinas. Di ba?
Yes.
Goodbye to illness.
Absolutely. That is
Thank
the
you,
goal.
Dr. Johann.
Thank you very much.
Yan po mga katribo ang ating episode ngayon. Healthy Eats means healthy lifestyle and healthy you. Take care everyone. Ako po si Cory Quirino.
We would like to thank the following: Araneta, Pag-ibig, SM Supermall, Veteran, Divina Law Offices, ICTSI, Xlog, Globe, Kia, PLDT, Cherry, Tanawan, Prime Homes, RLC, Pure Gold, Meralco, and SM Retail.